This is the Iowa Weather Report for Monday, February 16th, 2015. And our first look at the Zero Z GFS model run looks rather cold. You can see the flow coming straight from the north, pretty much the North Pole, straight across Canada into the Midwest, the plains. Everywhere from the Rockies pretty much eastward is going to be affected. You have a big storm moving up into the Canadian Maritimes and a big storm moving across the south that's not going to affect us except for a couple of clouds. Highs today will be in the 20s to low 30s. Lots of snow and ice down in the Tennessee River Valley area, and that'll be sweeping off to the east. Mainly in the mid-Atlantic and southern New England is going to get it pretty decently this time with some snow over there. Here, we'll just see cold weather. Highs on Tuesday will be struggling in the upper single digits through the teens to near 20. Wednesday morning could be quite chilly, and Wednesday during the day, we may see highs only around 3, 4, 5, 6 in the eastern counties, maybe 10, 11, 12 in the western counties, with partly to mostly sunny skies during this period. You can see little clipper systems off to our north and west trying to come in that could bring us some chances toward the end of the week of a little bit of light snow or flurry activity. Doesn't look to be a big deal at this point. There'll be some lake effect snow out in the Great Lakes, but even that is not going to be a whole lot because the lakes are pretty much near or completely frozen at this point. You can see as we move even into Friday, it still looks rather cold around here. A little bit of snow around. Another system is going to be moving to our south as we move into the weekend here on Saturday. Could be some rain-snow mix down in pretty much where it's going to be doing it later today. So they're going to be getting a lot of active weather in the next week or so. And that system really doesn't move anywhere. The front seemingly stalls. So there could be some rain, maybe a little bit of a mix on the northern tier of that, but we're still on the cold side, so it stays rather cold. It may be improving by that point, maybe some 20s by the end of the weekend or so. And you can even see by next Monday, this cold air is just entrenched into the area. Flow still coming from the Yukon, Northwest Territories, Nunavut Province, straight into the country. And you can still see that system off to our south, sagging slowly to the south. Around here, outside of a few flurries or light snow showers, the next 7 days looks rather dry and benign, just cold air around. Going into the extended period around the 27th of February, it's still somewhat cold, but it's getting a little bit better at this point. You can see the flow is now coming out of the west at this point, with a big upper level feature off of the southeastern tip of Alaska, and that is going to bring warm air up from the southwest, and you can see the winds would be coming up from the southwest, so maybe the cold pattern is starting to break. But you can see cold air is building in Alaska, and that's going to try to make its way in as we go toward the end of the period here on March the 3rd. You can see at a cutoff low just off the Pacific Northwest coast. The flow is now completely from west to east now across the country, but this cold air up in Canada wants to come back into our neck of the woods, and the weather is going to looks like it's going to get a little more active as we go into March, so March may roar in as like a lion, but hopefully it's a warm lion and not a cold one. Satellite image from last evening, you can see that storm developing over the middle part of the country, bringing a lot of wintry precipitation across Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri especially. That'll be moving across the Kentucky, Tennessee, and up into the mid-Atlantic over the next 24 to 36 hours. You can see that with the watch warning map from last evening. Winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings from Kansas, Oklahoma, eastward to the Atlantic coast. Wind chill advisories and warnings in the northeast. A couple of issues across the Rockies. Around here, it's quiet as can be. You can see that with the QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Friday evening at 6 o'clock, showing pretty much nothing around Iowa. It's all across the Tennessee River Valley, middle Mississippi Valley. They could get quite a bit of rain and snow.